Well, he went home to Texas and played against Towson, and, they went back and forth between Nunes and Kyle Morris. Now I think Matt Nunes is going to be the starting goalie.
Immediately a stick break, and Syracuse sets up. The Orange are in the orange, Virginia in the white, and the Cuse turns it over on the opening possession. Lars Tiffany very hopeful that he'd be back today, and he is. Here goes Nunes in transition. A successful clear, a shot, and a save. That's Jimmy McCool, the junior from Boston, coming off a career-high 18-save performance against Colgate.
That first midfield now is Johnny Hackett, the transfer from Bryan, who's a lefty. Schutz and Will Enderlin, a big midfielder who's going to be getting the short stick.
Another shot that hit some iron. Virginia keeps it. Pulled in the Harvard game, allowed 10 goals, made just 5 saves in 35 minutes. Gary Gate telling us it was really because he was over-energetic playing against some of his guys from back home. That shot, it's good from behind the nets. Johnny Hackett showing off the speed.
And that's why Johnny Hackett's in the starting midfield. His speed, his ability to go both sweep and play from behind, that's a big adjustment to Virginia offense, and that's a huge goal. And that's a huge goal for Virginia, especially since they've had some poor starts in the first quarter, and he just beats his man one-on-one coming up the left pipe.
One change to the Syracuse lineup today, 88 in orange with the ball right now, is the freshman Peyton Anderson taking the starting spot of Trey Deer. Really good-looking freshman. They're trying to give him some more opportunities. Michael Leo near the crease, couldn't cash in. Nunes with an early stop. Syracuse maintains amidst the displeasure from the crowd. Riley Figueres, one of the best defensemen in the country, against McCabe Millen, 3 points shy of 100 in his career. He's just a sophomore, had 5 points against Utah.
And now we're seeing Charles Balsamo, the transfer from Duke.
And the Cavaliers strike again, right on the doorstep. It is Truett Sunderland.
Well, again, credit the play of Charles Balsamo. You have to respect his quickness. And he was just able to get the attention of the Syracuse defense. And Truett Sutherland, of all the Virginia attackmen, is their best finisher.
3 games this season with at least 6 points. John Mullen, one of the best in the country, number 4 in the land, 67% on faceoffs, and it leads to an Owen Hiltz banger.
Well, you talk about two players that have such good skills. Johnny Mullen is able to push the ball forward. That is such critical for the defense, obviously having to decide between picking up the face-off man or sliding. And as I said, you give it to Owen Hiltz from about 12 to 15 yards, the best left-handed shooter in college lacrosse.
He's got a cannon. Sunderland spins, feeds in front. One-touch shot from Millen, no. Hackett, Sunderland, he lands in the goal mouth. There was contact. Virginia pleading it should count.
Orange, 1. Push. Orange, 30 seconds. He said 60.
Look for Jack Walsh. He's the designated shooter from the up top.
Here he is, 27 in white. Pulls it to Walsh. Now Schutz. 5 seconds remaining on the man up. Sunderland, and gets it anyway.
Just real nice ball movement and very good patience by Virginia's extra man offense. They got the defense moving. They were able to create a gap, and that's what Truett Sutherland really makes his impression on an offense, is he can find the gaps, and it was just a really nice feed from the wing.
Sunderland very aggressive early in this game. He has a couple of goals on 5 shots. Uses the 10-man ride a lot right now. Nunes is still in the crease, and Syracuse just gives it away because there were no options.
They ran out of time, and again, that's what they were forced to do, is just throw it down the field, and Matthew Nunes turns the ball around quickly.
Full shot, yes! Ben Ware, his 5th on the season. He is never shy to take him from the perimeter.
Well, that's what Ben Ware really excels as far as his ability to pick the ground ball up, run the field, and he's one of the high-scoring long-stick midfielders in the country.
So Ware with his 15th of his career, the 13 midseason All-American. Really good start for UVA, trying to get their season started. Schutz, a midseason All-American honorable mention. The ball has hit the pipe like 4 times already in this game.
Get some depth at the attack spot, playing a freshman who, as you said, has great credentials coming out of high school.
Yeah, Trey Deer was getting the opportunity after the injury to Finn Thompson. That shot and a save. Nunes. Virginia, they've struggled in the clearing game this season, but they've been better over the last couple of games. All the way towards the net, and a save from McCool. Will Erdman in transition that time for the Hoos.
Nice play right there. Just not able to get out of the double team. 11 minutes, but they've still got a whole game to play. And it's more just about confidence and for Virginia and just enjoying the game.
Millen, right hand three.
You know, the key there was that McKay Millen was able to get a short stick matchup. He doesn't, not something he's going to see normally. Maybe the decision was not to slide, but that's a very tough matchup for any short stick to play McKay Millen, particularly above goal line extended.
When Syracuse starts to draw slides, oh boy, it is a sight to behold. Here's Joey Spolina, haven't called his name yet. Spolina left hand free, save Nunes. Colsey and Rice the matchup. Schutz, big shot, save, rebound, score.
Great save by McCool. Huge save right on top of the crease.
Thomas Mankey was right near it. He thought he dunked it home, but he did not. 8 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Syracuse hoping for one last opportunity here. Racing right in, crease dive, and it is good.
You know, and that may be the spark that Syracuse needs. The big save by McCool, right off the crease, matches sticks on Mankey, and turns the ball over to Syracuse's offense, to Pat Marsh.
Yeah, he got guys like Luke Roa, Billy Dwan, Riley Figueres from the Maryland, D.C. area. And then Canada, too, trying to get that going again. Finn Thompson and Owen Hilt, some of those guys. Shot, score! Right out of the face-off, Syracuse shows off its strength, and it's Mullen.
Well,
that's more like it.
Yeah, you know, that's the second time. You know, this is the second time that John Mullen has pushed the ball forward, gotten a clean win. First time he passed off to Owen Hilt. The second time he takes it himself and gets a big goal for Syracuse. And Corey, you can't understate the importance of that Jimmy McCool save at the end of the first quarter. Obviously Hackett and Schutz working from the top.
Yeah, good size for Ender lead at 6'2". Shimmy, shake, shot, save, McCool. Johnny Hackett, he is really shifty. And they pass people open. Spolina's pass, and a steal.
The freshman Luke Hiblitz gets a stick in the passing lane. And then Syracuse wins it right back on a great play by Joey Spolina. Takes the ball right out of Hiblitz's stick. Attackman at St. Paul School, and he's been the leader of that short stick group.
An All-American honorable mention in the midseason, according to Inside Lacrosse. Spolina tried to go over the shoulder. English with a snipe.
You know, we talked about, you know, sometimes the goalie can make that first initial save and then the ball gets on the ground and the defense can't react quickly enough, and that's exactly what happened there. Hilt's being creative, going over the shoulder. Initial save, ball bounces right on the ground. No way a defense can recover that quickly, and just a good alert play right there. But you see, trying to bear in right over the shoulder, easy rebound. Give the ball away. He doesn't try to get goals. You know, he's not a selfish player at all. He doesn't try to get the goals for himself first.
Figueres and Millen has been the matchup here on this end. Millen finds a little bit of space, save McCool, and he rakes it up. He's trusting their instincts today.
And he's also playing midfield defense with two freshmen. First,
Spolina worming in. Noon shuts it down, but there was a flag down after the trip.
Haymeyer is a crease man, but you know, you don't need a quick shot. You still got, you know, 6.5 minutes of the second quarter.
Shutt still in there. Millen, bounce shot. And McCool has been very sharp over the last 10-15 minutes or so. Short stick D Mitty doing a nice job.
He did a great job on it. You know, normally Colsey gets a pole.
Now Riley Figueres, sometimes he gets caught up. Quan's excellent D. Score Virginia. Hackett.
And you see there's a gap. I see a pick inside that just was enough to give Johnny Hackett space. Maybe poor communication between the inside defenders for Syracuse. Johnny Hackett just steps away and creates some space. But Johnny Hackett scoring off the crease.
Well, Hackett only had 2 goals on the season coming in. Lars Tiffany said fans might be wondering, why is he a first-line midfielder? That's why.
Well, speed and...
Oh, the rough stuff. Spalina at X. Surveys and dishes. Leo free shot. Another good save there from Nunes. Wish I could have seen the concert.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, here we go. 10 seconds to play in the first half. Anderson goes BTB. Nunes aware at the last moment, making the stop. And that'll do it for the first 30. We believe Sunderland one last try. No.
Yeah, it wasn't going to count.
McCool makes a save anyway. Who's have won back-to-back games against the Great Danes of Albany and the Utes of Utah. Syracuse, meanwhile, 4 straight wins. First-line midfielder Will Enderlead is out there. Clogged up and a steal for the Cuse. Rice on the clearance.
Well, that was excellent short-stick defense. We talked about Enderlead. And we're not going to say that Splina's not going to take his runs, but the matchup between he and Schroeder is a great one-on-one battle.
Spalina still no points after going scoreless against the Who's last year. Doesn't matter because Syracuse loves everybody getting involved, and the Cuse within 1.
Well, you've got a little neat backhand flip right there to Hiltz. Just a nice inside finish, and you'd certainly want Owen Hiltz to be your finisher, but Leo is able to again, you just see the inside play right there, little flip or maybe a check, and right to Leo for the score to make it 6-5.
Second line middies are out there right now. Wyatt Hoddle turns on the engine. Bounce shot. Oh, it fooled Nunes. Cuse with 2 quickies. We're tied up.
Yeah, we talk about the bounce on the grass, and that's exactly what we had. You could see Nunes was trying to track the ball, and the ball just kept going up and right up in the upper half of the goal.
Gary Gate, meanwhile, complaining about a cross check after the goal occurred.
It's kind of like real estate, location, and that shot certainly wasn't high on the speed gun, but it was effective.
Well, it was McCarthy for Syracuse taking the hit.
Wanted to make it known that he felt that it should have been a goal and a foul.
5th on the season for Hoddle. This is where Syracuse really starts to get going here with their face-off man Mullen, but they couldn't control it.
Well, Johnny Mullen tried to make a flip, and the ball didn't cross the line, so the attacker wasn't able to pick it up.
And that's what Lars Tiffany was very worried about today. Here's Sam English, lost his footing momentarily on the grass. Fake, sweeping in, shot. Syracuse steamrolling right now. Michael Leo.
Yeah, Michael Leo with a big left-hand face dodge, and a lot of times that defender will step in on the initial look. That's something you teach at a young player at camp, is that big left to left. It's exactly what he does. Just an excellent move. Totally fools the defender, pulls the stick, goal. So Syracuse all the way back from a 5-1 deficit.
Colsey to Balsamo and right back to Colsey. Sunderland winds up, save McCool.
And Sunderland beat his man with a quick backdoor cut. And McCool pulls it out, and Syracuse wins the run out.
Examines and feeds. English lost his footing. Double team converges. English stays with it. Snaps it across. Shot. Money. Leo with a laser.
And the decision to double when he fell was actually the wrong decision, because it opened up that extra pass, and you get that classic case of the one more, and Syracuse capitalizes.
4-0 run for Syracuse to start this quarter.
You think the double team is a good idea because you got a man on the ground, but he regains his footing. And that's Syracuse's offense. Off ball, and again, another standing shooter from 12 yards. Longer possessions, not depending on any one player to score the goals. And you know, Virginia's got some young people on defense, and they're taking advantage of it.
Virginia has it here, needing a goal. Didn't get it there from Hudson Hausman.
Virginia has got to be able to win that one-on-one matchup first to get the Syracuse defense moving.
McCabe Millen releases. There you go. It is a 3-point day for Millen. Taking a lot of shots, 8 of them, but cracks the scoreboard in goals for the second time today. So Virginia responds after giving up a 4-0 scoring run to Syracuse. The 1-goal game here from Charlottesville. Millen behind the net, operating here against Dwan. One of the best defenders you'll find in the country. Oh, nice maneuver near the crease. Takes the late contact too.
What a goal by McCabe Millen. And he definitely paid the price. And right there, you go through 3 Syracuse defenders, and you really don't have a way to extend your arms. And so he just goes inside, avoids the crease, takes a little bit of a bump from behind, just kind of a message bump, and 2 straight goals from McCabe Millen.
Burke McFarland is in, 35 in white. Nearly had that one go.
And this is where Virginia has made a decision to play to do some attack substituting with McFarland, Harmeyer, holding over.
Uh-oh, yard sale. That gets the crowd alive. Ball to UVA. It was Dwan who lost the twig.
And you got the takeaway and
Halsey shot, save.
That may be on the top 5 of the greatest games ever, that 89 championship game between Hopkins and Syracuse at College Park.
Gary Gate leading the Orange at that time on the field. McCool racks up another save, and Syracuse has it. Syracuse once again using the long pass. It finds Anderson, who had a crease goal earlier. Now he goes with a howitzer.
Well, you said before, that's why Coach Gayton decided to make a change on that 3rd attack spot, and he's had 2 goals today. And of course, when you complete that long clearing pass, it's wide open field. Well, that's 2 men going head to head with Schroeder and Splina, and neither one is going to give in, and that was what we saw. They just
Hiltz denied. Sunderland to Schutz. Ender lead. Colsey. Right back to McCabe Milton. Top of the box. Bounce shot. And it goes in. It squeaks off of McCool and into the net.
Enderle playing at the top of the shooter spot in the man up. Looked like the initial shot may have hit McCool on the leg, and just literally moved the net enough to tie the game at 9-9. It starts with a feed from McCabe from X over top of the defense. A step-in shooter from about 15 yards is what an extra man defense wants to give up.
Mankey draws an extra defender. Colsey turbines, one-handed hammer, no. And against a Syracuse team that averages over 15 goals per game, they haven't necessarily exploded. They've been better here in the 3rd. English nearly had it. Save Nunes. Was so close to going to McCool over Mark at one point. That just shows you the confidence they have in Jimmy.
When I talked to Billy Dwan, he told me that Jimmy McCool had to wait his opportunity. That was his best chance at a goal today.
Shot clock at 20 here for Syracuse. Spolina goes for goal. Nunes denies him. 5 points today for Millen. 3 goals and 2 assists. It's the 2nd straight game for him with 5 points, hoping to add on. Shot, Colsey, nylon!
And that's kind of the same combination that we see with Spolina and Hiltz. They love that over-the-top pass, skip pass from X over top of the defense. And much like Owen Hiltz with the left hand, Brian Colsey has a big release, and that gets another assist to McCabe Millen. And something that the Virginia coaches have stressed with McCabe Millen. You've got to give the ball up. You've got to get it moving.
Nick Kakemo, normally an LSM, has to play some defense here for Syracuse. To the net, Millen stopped. And you too, right?
No, I would watch.
Hiltz waits, sidewinding shot, Noon stuck with it. Shot clock at 10. Not much cooking here for UVA.
Yeah, Virginia may be better off just throwing it over the end line as opposed to, that shot really helped Syracuse get a possession.
Lars Tiffany called his IQ special.
Well, it helps to be, having played offense.
Bounce shot, yes. Syracuse gets it. It's another midfielder, English.
You're not going to hold Sam English down the whole game, and you keep alluding to it. It's the speed of that first step, and the decision to go or not go. That's exactly. And English just sets his man up so well. And the main thing is that English gets to the top of the crease. I mean, his angle to the finish spot is not going behind the goal. He's able to go ahead and get the front of the cage.
Deere had 4 goals back-to-back games. He has it here if he regains. Syracuse hustling after it, and they have it with Leo. Now Owen Hiltz, some space for him. Moving around, shot. That doinks off the iron once again from Spallina. Ben Ware has it.
He knew Virginia was capable of a game like this.
They have stepped up to the plate so far. Save Nunes. Off the bounce shot from English. Maybe they can get Owen Hiltz going. Leo. Nunes again. Save number 15. Syracuse hoping to extend its win streak to 5 and improve to 8-2. Virginia looking to go to 6-4. Hiltz, shot in. Oh, that had flames on it.
And that's what makes Owen Hiltz the best left-handed shooter in the country. It's the release, it's the mechanics, and normally he puts the ball in the upper half. That time he went straight low and went. It's so. And you can see where the release point is, and Matthew Nunes just not able to get down low enough and fast enough.
Well, the word is around Syracuse that Hiltz has added to his game this year, that it's not just about the outside shot, but because the athleticism has improved, now you have to think about different things defending him. Virginia going for goal, save McCool.
Chismar all the way to the crease, gets the shot off.
Trying to get the ball away from Syracuse. Sam English maintains. Has an open goal if he wants to take it, and it's another shot that hits a post. Rebound shot in for Hiltz. It's his 3rd on the game, and a much-needed one to give Syracuse some insurance.
Yeah, right place, right time. Virginia had to go ahead and double team and press, and of course they're extended almost to the midline to do the double team. Opens up, and that ball could have easily gone back to Virginia on a shot that did not go in, and then Hiltz gives what seems to be a safe 2-goal lead to Syracuse with 40 seconds.
10 seconds to play.
And certainly credit both teams. Was an unbelievable effort.
Leo just fires it towards the opposite side. Remaining time comes off. Syracuse energized, and the Cuse scores 3 straight to end the game to win 12-10. The number 8 Orange are 8-2.